All right, this is take 2 for Libra, January 2026. I haven't cut the cards yet. I haven't gotten that far. I cut take 1 because I don't know why. There's like a mellow energy around here for this slice number 7 of my 12 sign zodiac playthrough. I opened the first reading. I sound like a Cheech and Chong movie or something, you know? I don't know. Hey, man, pass it over, bro. It's a bit of that. I don't know. Let's see. We had a 9 of cups randomly at the bottom here. Let's cut the deck. Let's get a theme energy. And we'll try to take the Cheech and Thong, right? That's the Steve Love Tarot thing. Cheech and Chong vibe out of it. The sun. No, I can't. I got my girl popping off in the field, hands free. I don't know what's going on here. Well, look at her. She seems pretty. She looks like she just came out of Cheech and Chong's van, for God's sake. If you're too young to know who Cheech and Chong are, fuck you. Fuck you for being young, I tell you. Okay, go look them up. Here we go. Your theme energy is very good. It's very peppy. It's very happy. It's downright stoned. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's shuffle the deck. That's your theme energy for the month of January. Enjoy. Right? You know what? I should just end it there. That's it. I hope this reading was helpful. Good luck. I mean, that's really what we should do. Underneath it, by the way, is a celebration energy, the 3 of Cups. I bet she's celebrating. All right, here we go. She looked like she's celebrating. All right. I spent the afternoon with Cheech and Chong. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. It might happen. A lot of these energies, January, February, March, are going to play out in the remainder of the Jupiter retrograde bubble, you know. So keep that in mind. But I am trying to confine it to January. But again, I'm not a Time Lord. All right. All right, here we go. We're pulling pyramids. Top row is how somebody feels about you. Seems like they feel pretty good, or they're making you feel pretty good. How do they see you in the middle, and a potential final outcome for you at the bottom? I'll clarify whatever I think needs clarifying. All right. And we'll go from there. We'll pull some universe cards at the end. All right, let's go. Take 2. Yeah, I can see why I had that. We started with like a 9 of Cups I showed you, and then we went to that Sun with 3 cups. I mean, that's really, that's some happy shit, let me tell you. All right, let's go. I'm almost, okay, we're done. All right, yeah, there you are. Look at you. Look at you. In the woods with a robe, Queen of Pentacles. That's your energy attached to that. It is. In my reading here, your energy is attaching to this. This is the element of the Empress that you're reflecting as. My channel tends to attract the DF side of this soulmate cycle, or some enlightened DMs. Most of the DMs in this soulmate cycle are the runners, let's say, for example, the ones who are afraid to be vulnerable. It varies from cycle to cycle. Someone asked me, you know, in previous soulmate cycles, is it always the DM that runs? No, not always. No. The one before last, it was the DFs. It's just, I remember the late 90s, and everybody seemed, especially the girls, they all seemed angry and pissed off all the goddamn time. Like they were like a walking Alanis Morissette song. I don't know what the fuck happened in the late 90s. Everybody was pissy. I don't care what you're into. I don't care. Just give me my fucking coffee. Can I go? It's why I make coffee at home. I think it's the late 90s. I think it did it to me. Anyway, my point is, in this cycle, it's the DF. Here you are. Right there. Queen of Pentacles. You're the overall energy. So I don't know. I think it comes to you. I think something's just, again, happy cards. It's unreal. You've got abundance energy around you in January 2026. You have abundance around. I'm just going to put it that way. I mean, this girl's got a shit ton of pentacles, and this girl's holding a big pentacle. Whether you're male or female, you got abundance. But for some of you, it plays out with some pretty interesting times. You already saw the Sun and the 3 of Cups. So maybe a lot of people will ask you out. You know, it could be. You may not have to be the one who asks people out. But if you do, I suspect you get a yes here. All right, anyway, here we go. Top row, how they feel about you. Somebody here is attached to you. Somebody is. Somebody is big time. You got some hot opportunity coming here. Let's go. Let's just get to it. Hangman. Here we go. 8 of Swords. Somebody feels about. Why are you messing somebody up here? And what else? And the Magician. It's sort of like a washing the blues away energy. Right? I don't mean the music genre. I mean feeling sad, the blues. Somebody feels like you cheer somebody up. I'll just phrase it. I'll keep it simple. You cheer somebody up, right? I think you've got an energy attached to you. I don't joke about anything or say anything that's not part of the energy. And I was not making that shit up about the late 90s. I was here in Los Angeles in the late 90s. And I tell you, the girls seemed angry. People seemed pissed off. Everybody was pissy, And I think you're a ray of sunshine to somebody who's a little upset, pissed off. I don't even think most of the people knew what they were angry about. They were just angry, just rebelling against something, right? I don't know, but I don't think there was, the energy to me felt chaotic. They felt scattered. Like, you don't even know what you're fucking pissed about, do you? No, I don't. You're just pissed, right? Somebody here, they don't really know why they're upset. They're just upset, and you're a ray of sunshine for them. They see you as someone, almost like a guru. It almost ends up reading like a guru energy, okay? Like you're their guru. Not really the case, but you just mostly cheer somebody up. So what do we get here? How do they see you? Yeah, the Eight of Wands. And what else? The Six of Cups. It's a nostalgia energy, but it's forward thinking. So when that happens, it's somebody who sees you. You remind them of someone they used to know. You remind them of happy times. Think back to the sun and that girl popping off in the field, hands free, right? They remind you of a happy time. You remind them of a happy time. It could be roles can be reversed. And this could be you I'm talking about. But we're just assuming this is the incoming energy. That's how it reads for most of you. You remind them of a happier time. There's somebody attached to you who's a little bit Eight of Swords, and you remind them of a happy time. You're sort of you may be the only person that they're really nice and relaxed and let their guard down around. It's possible, okay? This is cool. I'm glad they're coming in like this. Why would this be coming in? I mean, it sounds like a good thing. I think it's coming. I feel like, I know I say this a lot, but I feel like you're not in the mood. I feel like this person, you find this person to be a drag. I'll put it that way. Okay? And sometimes when we do that, we avoid people. Just like I avoided coffee houses in the late 90s. I felt the whole vibe in there. It was fake and contrived and weird anger about nothing. I couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't figure out the energy, so I just didn't go to places like, I spent a lot of time at the beach in the late 90s now that I think about it. Just kind of chilling and doing beachy things. I think you find this person a drag. You find it the way the energy tasted to me in the late 90s. You just kind of do. But this person's really drawn to you. They miss you, or you remind them of something from the past, or they'd like to go back to something with you. I don't know. There's a shitload of nostalgia, but it's forward-moving nostalgia, meaning they want to have you around. Okay? All right. Potential final outcome for you. Red with the Eight of Swords here. Yeah, the Hermit. I think there's two ways to look at the Hermit. The Hermit can be exactly what I did, which is stay away from fucking places that made me feel weird energetically. Or it's somebody, I called you their guru. You've got a choice here. I don't think you want to be anywhere near this person, whoever they are, but I think it might benefit you to be around them. I think you could benefit from this energy somehow, If they weren't such a drag, they might dark and gloomy drag, they might remind you of something from your past too. Underneath this dark and gloomy drag of a person, right? And this might be future influence for you. This person may re-enter your life, or it might be somebody new. I have no idea. But underneath that dark and gloomy, this person's a drag bullshit, is actually a really nice, warm person, And I can tell you that's what used to confuse me about a lot of those angry people in the late 90s too. Underneath there was a real Pollyanna kind of free spirit sort of energy. They were just using it wrong. They were misdirecting the free spirit energy. It was very strange. They weren't even turning it inward on themselves. The energy seemed to hit the wall, sort of like chucking something at the wall when you're mad. It was a bit of that. It's just very strange. I think you find this person's energy equally as strange, and that's why I'm mentioning that. Okay, that time period for me. Ooh, late 90s, very strange. It fizzled out around 2002, 2003. Everything kind of changed at that point. I don't know. Maybe because Starbucks got a little more corporate. I don't know what happened. Then it became, the internet rolled around, and then people's energy became more self-involved. So instead of chucking it at the wall, there's a lot of self-loathing and a lot of loneliness, and it got projected out on the internet. Now everybody's energy just loops in on itself right back around. So I don't know which is better. The current energies are less annoying to me. I'll phrase it that way. So I'm describing a lot of this type of person. This is someone who definitely, you don't like their vibe. Okay, we'll put it that way. But boy, they need you. This energy needs you to come out of the doldrums here. Okay, so let's pull on the 8 swords. All right, we're going to talk to the witches. Let's do it. See where we're at. Here we go. 8 of swords. What do we get? It's crossed by the page of wands. Yeah, see, it's what I said. The environmental energy around this person is the opposite of who they are. This is a happy child. You bring out the happy child in this person. Okay? That's it. They're gloomy. I could dig it. Their energy reminds me a lot of the late 90s coffee shop crowd. They're chucking it at the wall. It's just, I get it. You don't want to be anywhere near it because it's weird. It feels off to you, this person. But you bring out their inner child. You make them smile. And I think this person feels like they need that right now. I think they want to come out of this. And what do we always say about the 8 swords? Can't help anybody that doesn't want to help, right? That doesn't want to come out of it. This person wants help. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying it's your duty to help them or anything like that, but the fickle old gal universe might suggest, you do this for me, maybe I'll scratch your back later with some good karma. I mean, I'm just suggesting it, but it's there. On top of this is 9 swords. Again, we're coming to the end of this. It's what I just said. 9's of the end of tarot. This person wants to end this. So you bring out that inner child. They want to move forward with this energy that they feel around you. Okay? They don't want to stay in this. They want to transform it. You maybe just being around you shows them this new perspective of this. I don't know. You can do what you want. I wouldn't fault you. I mean, the fickle old gal universe might, but I wouldn't fault you for taking a pass on it, right? You don't have to be everybody's damn therapist, That's what a friend said to me once. They just pulled me aside. You don't have to be everybody's goddamn therapist. That was years ago. But yeah, no, I hear you. But it's hard. If I see an energy, if I feel an energy I can change, I try to, right? If I can help nudge it in the right direction, I try to, okay? But you might want to give this a pass. I don't know. It depends who this person is to you. Why is the 9 swords there? But yeah, my read's getting backed up. 10s, and it's an escalation. 8, 9, 10. See what I'm saying? They want it to go away. You're the key to it going away. You bring out this inner child in this person, all right? Can I... Just because this is sort of this nostalgia, this is forward movement, but this nostalgia that's here that makes them smile when they see you is tied to that sun card that we saw, after the cut. All right, I get the Cheech and Chong element here. I do. I get it. I understand why I felt that sort of vibe in the energy. You really mellow this person out. You really do. I mean, shit. Unreal. All right. Let's see where we're at with the 6 of Cups. Tell me about this 6 of Cups. Tell me about this, what they feel when when my viewer's around. Okay? I like it. It's a fluffy little, you remind them of better times when they were a puppy. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. 6 of Cups. Crossed by the 2 of Pentacles. They don't know what to do with the energy. It's confusing for this person. I think somebody's been in this so long, it's confusing. I was going to use that Alanis Morissette song from that era as an example. It's like rain on your wedding day. No, I'm not going to pick on the fact that none of that is irony. But I am going to say, I think the people of that time frame wouldn't have been happy if there wasn't rain on their wedding day. In other words, there was like an energy around at that time where, see, it gave them some sort of validation when things did go wrong. It feeds the Eight of Swords. It feeds the anger. It feeds the, I don't know, the general just of the energy, you know, the rebelling against something you don't even know what you're rebelling against. So again, I think this person here, they don't know what to do with this energy. They like it. They're holding on to it, but it goes against what their instincts want them to feel, right? And it's like rain on the wedding day. Well, if it didn't rain, they wouldn't be happy, right? There's even a song from that era where somebody's saying, "You only happy when it rains." I mean, it was a very, very common type of vibe all the way around. What's on top? Or I'm only happy when it rains, whatever. I don't know what the fucking song is. I avoided music at that time, too, because the guitar went away. The guitar solo became a fucking dinosaur. It was gone. I mean, I don't even think half the people playing at the time even took a lesson. I mean, so I avoided even the music of the time. I just skipped over it, went backwards. Eight of Swords. Again, it's backing up everything I've said here. There's 8 swords. There's 8 swords. You know, they don't know what to do with it. It's very confusing to them because they want it to rain on their wedding day. And you make it seem like it'd be better if it were sunny out. You make them feel good. It's a lot of the people, and I knew a couple people during this era, if you made them happy, they'd get pissed at you. They'd find something to be pissed about. Oh, that happened more times than I could count, right? Because I was always the funny guy, right? I was the guy who was cracking jokes and doing shit. And nothing irritated these people more than someone being funny and cracking jokes. It's not funny, you know, kind of a thing. It's a bit of that here. They get in their head. They feel like they're supposed to be this. And you remind them of a time when they weren't this. All right, why is that here? The Nine of Cups. You make them happy. I mean, I'm not making this. I mean, you can see how the cards are falling, right? I mean, they're backing me up completely here. Nine of Cups. You remind them, it's what I just said. You remind them of a time. I'm supposed to be this, right? I'm this mean coffeehouse person, for example, right? I'm supposed to be this. I'm not supposed to laugh and be happy and wear bright clothing. You know, I mean, and again, you change their mind about what they're supposed to be. All right, let's clarify the Hermit. I'm all for rebelling and being angry at things, but at least have a fucking reason for it. I never could figure out the late 90s with people. There didn't seem to be a fucking cause. Everybody was making millions off the internet. You had 12-year-olds pulling $10 million checks out of stuff. You could pretty much put money in this. Unemployment was at the all-time low. I mean, I don't know what the fucking problem was. People were just fucking freaking out. Seemingly for no apparent reason. They wanted rain on their wedding day, and it wasn't raining. The rain came later. Everything changed after 9/11. And just before that, the .com crash. But the late 90s, it was Boomtown. All right, here we go. Hermit. Why is it here? All right, the Hermit. It's crossed by the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. This person bums you out. Okay? Can I just say it like that? You know, I think I've said enough here. I don't want this reading to... This reading's already running long because I had memories of the late 90s and I'm feeling nostalgic for it now. Because I was younger then. I would go back just to be young again. That would be fun, just for a day or two. Not to have a couple of aches and pains for a day. That'd be wonderful. What's on top here? Temperance. Yeah, and why is that here? The Queen of Cups. It's what I already told you. I said, you know, the Piccolo, I'm not going to tell you to help this person out. You don't have to do anything. Okay, you don't have to do anything. I'll just cut to the chase here. You don't have to do anything. Just your presence will pull this person out of 8 swords. If they annoy you, roll your eyes. If they bum you out, don't spend too much time with them. Just crack a few jokes, whatever. The jokes will seem to annoy someone like this, like I told you. But it's okay. Just your presence does the job. It won't take you anything else. It's no effort on your part. All right? No effort at all. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Look at this. You got an energy of abundance around you. Let's talk about that. Well, your abundance energy is helping this person. Your abundance energy is why this person can't help but smile, right? Sometimes people just like your energy, right? All right. I don't know. Sometimes your energy is like medicine for somebody. It is. One card, the crossing card. What do you want to tell these people about their abundance energy that's around them, specifically? The abundance. What do we get? Talk to me. Oh. It's the Ace of Pentacles. It's a lot. It's not that it's grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour and it took a long time to get there. That's not necessarily the point, but that's the vibe of the energy. It built up a lot. It took a long time to get to you because it's been building and building and building. The way it reads, it's like, because it's crossed by the Eight of Cups, I'm sorry, I forgot to show you that. It's like a savings account that you forgot. Right? You were like 12 and mom and dad opened a savings account for you and you forgot about it. And then they found it's probably so old it has a bank book. Remember bank books? You got a little book and then they stamp it for you. Again, if you're too young to remember that, or Cheech and Chong, fuck you. Okay, just fuck you for being young. But at the end of the day, it's like a bank account that you forgot. And it was accruing interest all the time and years and years and years and years. And you find out one day you got like 180 grand sitting in an account. You're like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did this come from? It's a bit of that. It's been accruing. And it's accrued to a point where it's about the energy of abundance is about to dump on top of you. So what does that mean for you? Does it mean you're going to get rich? Well, no, not really. Maybe. It probably means that people are going to be attracted to your energy. And again, the more you help the universe balance energy, right? The better off you get, the more it comes back on you threefold. Generally it comes back on you threefold, or with interest, as I like to say. It might make you, I don't like using the word, it might make you a little lucky in January 2026. But I think this energy, because it's this Ace of Pentacles, I think it sticks with you right up through probably about April. Okay? So enjoy the ride here. And as far as this person goes, just your presence alone makes them smile. And it's really going to piss them off to smile because they're not supposed to be smiling, right? There you go. All right, that's the reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.